First, I'd like to start off by saying that this was a record deal. Yes, record. 1.625 billion with ESPN. Hold on, I got the wrong glasses on. Okay. You can get these on the shop as well. This was a record deal. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Snickers, Slim Jim, Def Breath. If you haven't seen, it's one of our new ones. We had them at SummerSlam. It's why we had the kiss cam, the kissing and stuff like that. Stephanie, I'll have one later when we kiss. And Prime as well. Thank you guys all for helping us expand to the point now where ESPN wants to work with us. And why ESPN? Well, it's not just that they gave us a lot of money. They want entertainment. We want to be on a sports platform. It's beneficial for both of us. So I'm going to open the floor to any questions. And what do we got? What's up? Brock, why is Brock back? Did you enjoy the show? Enjoy the show. It's a great show, right? Good show? Yeah. So what else we got? Was Vince McMahon had nothing to do with this deal. I can't really talk on that right now. We'll talk about that another time. This was all done. Nick Khan did this. He worked hard. No sleep until Christmas. Ari Shapiro, everybody, guys. Emmanuel. I don't remember everyone's name. I get a little bit old sometimes. Will you see me wrestle? What is going on, guys?
Let me tell you what's going on, Baldy. People are having an uproar because of this new premium live events heading to ESPN platforms starting in the beginning of 2026. Now, we're already dealing with inflation and the fact that we have to go over there and watch these live PLEs. You got us effed up because you think we're going to spend all that money. I mean, we're talking $30 a month or $300 per year. Do you think anybody got that kind of money when we need $30 for gas and we need $300 for any other? Like, I don't know, maybe to get a car repaired, or we got another bill we got to pay, like the electricity bill and whatnot. And if you look at it, it says it right here. All 10 of WWE live events are going to be streamed for $30 a month directly to consumer platform. God damn. And look at the prices. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. For Netflix, $95.88. ESPN, $300. US, $119 through Hulu. And look at the total. $515 cash money. See? While versus in Canada, it's $447. God damn it. Look at that. Look at that. $69.68 for Canada and $515 for America. God damn. And people are having an uproar about it. The comments are going crazy. Hey, you expect us to pay this? Just look at the skits. People are starting to stop watching WWE just because of this new deal that they signed. And they can't get out of it because they signed. Just look at this clip.
This is why I stopped watching WWE.
Nah.
You telling me in 2026, I gotta pay $30 for a PLE?
Nah.
I gotta pay $30 for
5 matches.
Nah.
I gotta pay $30 for a
Slim Jim Battle Royal.
Nah.
I gotta pay $30 for what? A
Slim Jim table match.
Nah.
Telling me I gotta pay $30 for what? A
Dudes Wipe Fatal 4-Way.
Nah.
You telling me I gotta pay $30 for a
Part-timer to come back.
that we don't need?
Nah.
I'm not paying $30 to see
Undertaker come out of retirement.
to fight Uncle Howdy. I'm not doing that shit.
Nah.
Look at this big nose bald fraud right here, man. I'm tired of this nigga. I'm tired of Vince Jr. right here. This is such a great opportunity for WWE. No one puts on a show like us. No one underwhelms the fans like us. No one charges their fans for more, for less. I am the greatest booker of all time. You remember WrestleMania 40? I did that. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I saved his Instagram at the end, so in case you guys want to follow him. But however, 75% said they have subscribed. obviously these people that have subscribed probably already had it already. So I don't know why they voted for they have subscribed, but maybe it's because they're sports fans. But it's kind of strange that people are okay with this on my end. But there are people that are not okay with this. So Roman Reigns spoke about it, and I'm going to be honest with you, it sounds scripted. But let's just hear what he got to say about the new deal that WWE signed. I don't know if this is scripted, but let's just hear what he has to say.
I think the fact that we're teaming up with ESPN, our, premium live events, the biggest shows of the year, to be able to be seen on the ESPN platform, it's just unheard of. And it's something we've been working on for decades, it seems now. And I think everybody's just so excited. And when you can continue to create this type of excitement, the fact that we are an annual product, we don't shut down, this is episodic, you need that type of juice, that type of energy. And it just gives us momentum to keep going and doing what we're doing. So we want to keep the high tide going.
Well, it seems to me like Roman don't got no issues about it. But let's see what the fans feel about it with their schizophrenia.
$30 a month? Oh no, you gotta say something to them. How you doing? Shut your bitch ass up.
Slow carrying cross, huh? Slow carrying cross. No Carmelo Hayes. But yeah, give us Brock Lesnar. I don't like he's over here trying to intimidate me. I'm Triple fucking H.
Hunter, read the fucking room. Look at his fucking pants. There are holes in that bitch. He don't give a fuck about life.
Hey, so TKO.
Nah,
TKO
don't blame TKO now.
And The Rock.
Whoa. Looks like AEW is about to have a great year in 2026. You want to know why? Because they did some numbers this year thanks to Triple H's downfall. But, of course, 2023 was a great year for them, of course. The numbers went down, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to go up next year, because let me tell you something. This looks good right here. I mean, 2023 was the best year they ever had. Of course, 2024 was okay, but 2025, that was their comeback. So we're going to just say this. I think it's going to go up. And people are already thinking about reconsidering of buying AEW. You know, their PLE, and I think Forbidden Door is going to be their top pick. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, people are still complaining online, including Twitter. And I could read like at least 2 tweets that I have screenshot. But let me read it real quick. So Sancho West, he said that the cost of being a WWE fan in 2026 in US a month, we got WWE PLE $29.99, NXT for Raw $17.99, SmackDown NXT Sling Blue $49.99, and the month will be $93.97. Dang, man. So then we have another where it's Patrick the Heel. I mean, I've pretty much seen his page a lot, but he said that I'm very interested to how condition your audience over a decade to have access to your majority of your entire content catalog and new pay-per-view for $99 per month. Then transitioning to $29.99 per month to stream new PPVs. Well, I'll just say pay-per-views. Well, work out for them. TLDRLL, fuck off. That's a heel for you. So, and Lyric Wrestling said $30 a month just to watch pay-per-views on ESPN Plus, and you still gotta have Netflix and Peacock prescriptions for Raw and SmackDown is crazy. ICL. If y'all can comment down below, let me know what ICL means. That would be good. Then we got Rich. I don't know why he named himself Rich, but this is kind of bad if your username is Rich. So, but he said, bro, if I gotta pay for ESPN Plus to watch wrestling, I'm dead ass never watching this shit again. But you name yourself Rich. So, so what are you saying, bro? But I agree with you, but you need to change your username. You should just change your name to Middle Class instead of Rich. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, bro. But I agree with him, though, 100%. Then we got Dante Tuo, where he says, shame on WWE for not only making it harder for actual fans to watch their product live, but now making it more difficult for them to watch the product in the comfort of their own home. And you have to agree with him because we all home. And then you got Yeet Shine. She said, I get SmackDown for free due to my Spectrum package. I pay $7.99 for Netflix to watch Raw and $5.99 to watch all the PLEs through Peacock. Now they want us to pay $30 to watch these PLEs through ESPN. Man, please, GTFO. WWE is losing their minds. I don't know why she say they, but I think she means WWE is losing their minds, bros. I think that's what she meant. So I'm going to read one more, and then we're going to call it a wraps, and then we're going to discuss. So let's read one more. And then, of course, Finesse. Shout out to Finesse. He said that 30 for a 5-match WWE PLE is insane. The quality of these shows isn't even good enough for TKO to be doing all that. That is true, and that's a fact. And then you see a picture of Roman Reigns looking like, So let's do one more, just one more, because I want to read this. So shout out to Black Girl Wrestling, but I don't understand why you put CJ Perry on here. I think this is CJ Perry, but she said that, so 20 a month for Raw on Netflix, 11 a month for Peacock for SmackDown, and 30 a month for ESPN Plus for pay-per-view. Baby, you are getting scammed. And then, of course, you got a GIF of CJ Perry. I think this is CJ Perry. I'm not sure. Comment down below if you think this is CJ Perry that's on the GIF. But, however, people ain't rocking with it, man. And I'm telling you, man, this is going to start to lose their fan base. But the problem is, are we really going to see a downfall with WWE when they got sponsorships and they're doing advertisements and people are starting to look at WWE more because of Netflix and whatnot? I think that ESPN Plus and Disney is definitely going to put WWE over. But the question is people going to watch the product anymore? Is it just going to be people like that are underage? Like, because the people that are inspired by this is the kids. Let's be honest, okay? The adults are just like, man, fuck this place. I mean, fuck this product. I'm not watching it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, fuck WWE. I'm not watching it. You know what I'm saying? But the kids want to watch it because they want to see their favorite wrestlers, right? They still want to see CM Punk. They still want to see Rhea. They still want to see Liv. They still want to see, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and, Bianca Belair, Cody Rhodes. I mean, you freaking name it. They want to see them. So it's just kind of hard to push everyone away, and drift everyone away. But, however, I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you want to pay $30 a month just to watch a PLE? Do you really want to watch a PLE on ESPN Plus, knowing that you're going to be spending a whole lot of money? See, I could pay for Peacock, right? But I don't have Netflix. You guys do. The main thing I just want everybody to just sit down and think is that, do you really want to waste all that hard-earned cash on wrestling when you can just watch it on YouTube or watch it on a free website that can literally show you everything? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I know what I'm gonna do. I know I'm not gonna do none of this stuff that they're pressuring me to do. I already made an announcement already that as of right now, I'm not doing no more PLEs in 2026 because of this deal with ESPN and Disney. And I think you guys are gonna most likely do it just because you guys want to see your favorite wrestler, but I don't. These people are not worth it to me. They're not worth my time. They're not worth my pay. AEW is where it's at. And I'm not saying that just to be a D writer. That's not me. I want AEW to be around for more than 10 years. But the only way I could do that is if people like me show support. And I support AEW 100%. You guys don't, because you guys think it's boring, but that is not true. Anytime I hear somebody say AEW is boring, they're pretty much talking about WWE. They just don't want to say it out loud because they don't want to lose their audience. They don't want to lose their WWE friends. And I'm looking at it like, don't you know that everybody that used to go to WWE is at AEW or TNA? So it's just like, again, you can hate on AEW all you want, but you can't hate on AEW if you see your former WWE superstars over there, just like you did at TNA 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When they had Bubba Ray and they had Devon and they had Mr. Anderson, aka Mr. Kennedy, and they had the Hardys, they had Hulk Hogan, rest in peace, they had Eric Bischoff, you know what I'm saying? They had, pretty much everybody you could think of. They had Kurt Angle, they had Kevin Nash, they had Christian, they had Scott Steiner, they had Booker T at one point. You know what I mean? They had Sting, they had Bobby Lashley, there was, Mick Foley, Tommy Dreamer, Ric Flair. They had everyone over there. And then all of a sudden, time goes by and they're not over there no more. Now some of them coming to AEW. And again, you can hate on AEW all you want, but the product is great. And it's going to get even greater. And if you look at the numbers, you can see that they're starting to get back up there. Maybe they might not get now. I don't know if they're going to get back to 10 mil. It's going to take if WWE continue to take more downfalls to the point where the product is going to get even messier to where people are not going to watch it even more like that, I can see that they might get back closer to 10 mil, but I don't think so because it's going to take a minute for you guys to get back to 10 mil. It's going to take a while. 3 million plus is right. But can they get back up to 5? I think that could be possible. But the only way they can continue to grow is if WWE continue to decrease and continue to lose viewers and continue to lose fans. Now, they might not lose fans right away, but I do think that most likely they will continue to lose them, especially if they can't afford to watch a PLE and they can't afford to go to these PLEs in person. So some people can do it, but there are some people that can't, and I'm speaking for the people that can't. So for those that are able to do it, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the ones that are in a tight budget and with money they can't be playing. You know what I'm saying? So again, you might feel like your bills are covered, but there are people out here that are struggling to pay their bills and they can't afford to watch WWE. They can't even afford to go see WWE. So for anybody that's speaking against this, you're only speaking because you got money. There are people out there that don't have money. You know what I mean? So don't defend people that are rich because you might not be rich. Okay. And even if your name is rich, you might not be rich. You know what I'm saying? You might just be middle class and you just call yourself rich just because your daddy called you that. But what's the point of calling you that if you're not that? You get what I'm saying? No disrespect, but it's just like, what is this all worth? You know what I'm saying? So I just hope people understand that WWE is dead, man. And they're dying because of Triple H and his poor business decisions. This might be a great business decision, like it's well thought out, but just not executed because you're not thinking about how people are feeling. And right now, people are not fucking with it, bro. People are literally saying, Triple H, you need to go back to the WWE network where we could watch it for $10.99. I mean, $9.99. You know what I'm saying? And now we can't do that because inflation. And this is making people want to bring Vince back. But I'm like, even if you bring Vince back, it's still not going to work out. The man is old. He can't think of any ideas at this point. What ideas that he has? Liv and Dom having a sex celebration? Becky and Seth doing another storyline with each other. But this time they're going at who they going after? Huh? Who they going after? If you gotta think of a couple, who you want them to go after? Huh? This is just like, again, like what? The Miz and Maurice? Maurice is at home taking care of the kids. So that's not gonna work. Oh, what? Johnny and Candace? Come on, man. They're heels. Heels can't face heels. You know that. And they're in two separate brands. Or what about this? Bianca Belair and Montez Ford versus Becky Lynch and Seth? Dude, two separate brands. Other than that, but that's not the point. We cannot afford this. And the fact that people that can afford this is talking down on the middle class that can't afford this is just ridiculous. At this point, man, it's the rich versus the poor, man. I don't know how we're all gonna make it in 2026, man. Because, like I said, man, we struggling right now. Now people know what it's like to live in the gutter, because they know what it's like to live off them food stamps. They know what it's like to ask people for money. They know what it's like to, having to work 4 or 5 jobs just to keep ends meet. You know what I'm saying? And it's rough out here, man. It is. I mean, people are even moving back with their mamas and daddies and their grandparents. And ain't that sad? You got an apartment and you got to move back with your parents because, you can't afford to stay in your own place. It's hard out here for adults, man. See, the kids got it easy. They still living with their parents. They ain't got to deal with it. But there's some teenagers out there that want to get it on their own, but they can't because the jobs that they're working at are not paying them enough. But they're not doing anything. See, that's the difference. See, adults got bills. Teens, the only bill they have to pay is their phone bill and their descriptions, if you have any. So they're good. They're good. So if they get a $200 check, they're good because they ain't got nothing to lose. They got a roof over their head that's paid by their parents, so they good. But other than that, for us adults, we gotta. These are options. You know what I'm saying? It's an option to subscribe to ESPN. It's an option to subscribe to Hulu. It's an option to subscribe to Peacock. And I could pay for Peacock and I could pay for Hulu. But I can't pay for ESPN because, for one, I don't watch sports like that. And number two, why would I watch WWE for $30 when they haven't put out any type of product that's good enough for it to be? So okay. And another tweet that I have to read, and I have to read this, right? Here's another tweet where somebody tried to clear it up. His name's Alex. He tried to clear this up for people in case they're wondering if they have to pay for a PLE. This is what he said. So he said that to answer a question I've now revealed several times, there will be no charge up on WWE PLEs from ESPN. You will get them all with your $29.99 per month subscription, I'm told. And cable subs will automatically get ESPN D2C product through authentication. So I had to look at the comments because, let me show you this tweet. So he said, I'm going to dedicate my newsletter to this, and many of your questions about if you can don't get this, it will be out tomorrow. It's free, and sign up at cnbc.com/sports. I hope it will be helpful. It's confusing. You motherfucking right. Well, if you look at this comment box right here, somebody said that, so if one has cable, the WWE pay-per-views will be free and not added $30. And Alex says correct. Now, of course, some people don't believe it. Some people still think you got to pay for the PLEs. And he broke it down, and some people get it. Some people don't. Some people don't believe it. You already know. So it's up to you guys. If you want to pay $30 a month and sacrifice your gas money just to pay for a subscription that's really not worth the money when you see the product is not going nowhere with WWE. If, like I said, if WWE was still good, like the Vince McMahon era, then it would have been no problem. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, man, WWE is just continuing to lack their creativity, and that's the reason why none of these stories are going anywhere, including the ones we've been recently eyeing on. So, hey man, it's only getting worse, and I can't see them moving on. I'm sorry, I can't see them moving on, and I can't see them, losing their fan base. But I could definitely see them slowly losing their fan base, right? I could slowly see them. I see people not wanting to watch WWE anymore. And you could blame the Unreal all you want, but if you watch Total Divas, I've seen kayfabe dying. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you a time where I have saw kayfabe dying, right? Where I remember one time I saw Paige versus Natalya, and do you remember when Paige licked Natalya's face and she called her out for that? I mean, Natalia was in the back like, what the hell would you do that for? You know what I'm saying? And Paige was obviously, you know, Paige is an emo, and, you know, emos like to be on that freaky shit. So, yeah, she did it. And, of course, Natalia wasn't going, you know, she checked her for it. But then again, they were playing around at the back, and then she tried to, you know, smack her ass and touching her and all that, you know what I mean? You know, because just to, like, get back at her for licking her face. But, however, that was the scene right there where I knew that, yeah, I knew at that moment that, you know, that kayfabe was out the window. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew. But again, I knew all these divas didn't have beef with each other. I kind of knew, because I figured once the camera is on and you're on TV, obviously this is not real beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all professionalism. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that. But these kids don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They think that that Liv and Rhea are beefing in real life. And that's not the case. People thought that Seth Rollins and, you know, CM Punk were beefing in real life, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not beefing like that. You know, we want them to beef like that, but it's not like that. Everybody's professionals. And this is all acting at the end of the day. I mean, everybody from WWE, they're not just wrestlers and stuntmen. They're also actors. So, and that's why most of them, if WWE ever fall off, most of them are most likely getting in the Hollywood business. And just because, you know, WWE is teaching them how to act. And, you know, that's just where they're at. And that's why I want Liv Morgan to get into acting and do more movies, because I do believe she's going to succeed, and I do believe she'll be a megastar. You know? So, hey, listen. If you want to support them by subscribing to ESPN Plus, go right ahead. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't have the money and you are on a tight budget, it's not worth it. Okay? I'd rather for you to work until you get that 50. And when you do get that 50, go to Amazon Prime and watch AEW Forbidden Door. Because I'm telling you right now, they're going to kill it. Okay? Tony Khan hasn't failed me. And if you're an AEW fan, he hasn't failed you. So, again, I think everybody need to reconsider on watching AEW. If you don't want to watch AEW, there's TNA and there's other platforms. And like I said, I still support NXT. Now, I don't know where their PLEs are going to go, but I assume they're going to, ESPN. And, hey, if they go to ESPN, ain't nothing I can do. I can't watch it. Like I said, I'm not going to subscribe. I won't do it. So starting 2026, I will not be doing no PLEs. And if NXT is not going to be on Peacock, then it's not going to work. Like I said, I want to watch, NXT on Peacock. I don't want to watch it on ESPN. I'm sorry. I mean, what's the point? Why put NXT PLEs on ESPN when people don't even watch NXT like that? Put it on Peacock so that way people can watch it. So I can watch it. You know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, TKO is really fumbling the business, but all they want is the money. Where the money goes, they gonna flow, But the question is the fans gonna ride? I don't know, man. Once they start seeing Mickey Mouse on television and they start seeing Goofy, and at that point they're going to start acting goofies. You never know. Like, Goofy might start a fraction. You know what I mean? And the people that's in that fraction are one of the members is triple fraud. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like I said, man, there's just going to be a bunch of people that's got, hey, listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised if people boycott. I wouldn't be surprised but then again, I would be like, what you boycotting for? Are you boycotting to fire Triple H, or are you boycotting to get all the wrestlers back in place? Like Austin Theory and Carmelo Hayes and who else? LA Knight, you know what I mean? And even at NXT, you know what I'm saying? Like name one person you haven't seen at NXT. I bet you can't tell me. You know what I mean? I bet you can't tell me. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man, but hey, listen, if you want to spend that money, that's your pockets. But if you're in a tight budget, don't do that to yourself. Don't humiliate yourself by gambling for a product that's not worth the product. If you want to gamble something, gamble on AEW, because I'm telling you right now that $50 is worth it. If you look at the tweets, everybody's pretty much agreeing that $50 is worth it. Versus spending $30, it's not worth it. See, at least this 50 is just like anytime they have a PLE. Versus with the 30, this is an every month thing. So it's just like you gotta do the math, man. If you know math, you gotta do the math. Okay? Anybody that's into math, comment down below and do their calculations, because there's just a lot of people that need education on this on business. And this right here is something that we have to figure out as people, because if we're not in the business field, we will never understand. So it's like I said, it's simple math, man. You saw the tweets. This is a lot of money for a lot of fans. But like I said, if you're in middle class, you got to comment. You know what I mean? But if you're rich, you're not going to comment. You're just going to tell everybody, hey, y'all just tripping. And I'm just like, well, there's nothing to trip about, because this is money and this is our money. And the rich folks are just saying, well, then don't pay it. And I'm like, yeah, we're not. We're telling you we're not. And the rich people are just like, okay, cool. You know, you don't want to pay for it. I don't got to help you. And that's that. And then you'd be like, well, we never asked for your help. What the hell we need your help for when we know you're just going to shit on us when you see us? So, hey, man, I'm just saying, be wise with your money, man. Because like I said, it's not worth paying for something that's just not that good when you could pay for something that's good. So, shoot. I hope they do. I really hope they send all the NXT PLEs to Peacock, because they really don't need to be on ESPN, especially if people don't watch them. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully they'll figure out something, but I don't think they will, because they already signed the deal and they already got the loan. You think that money they received was something? No, it's a loan. So they got to recruit. Maybe they can get it back. Who knows? But all I know is this is a L. This is a L to the fans, but this is not an L for TKO, because they got a bag. But, hey, it's not a check. It's a loan, so better pay that money back, Hunter, because you still dealing with what?
$3 billion of debt!
Yeah. So with this deal with Disney, they're pretty much in $1.4 billion in debt. So, yeah, because they got paid 1.6. So, yeah, hey, listen, business is business, but I'm gonna be very surprised. I won't be very surprised if this affects the business, because, like, I do think the kids are gonna encourage the adults to watch it, but I do believe that some of these kids are like, well, mama can't afford to take you, daddy can't afford to take you, so at this point, inflation is taking over WWE, man. Well, I mean, like I said, man, if you got that bread, do what you do. Like I said, I ain't trying to stop you, but if you the type to go get bread, then you need to reconsider signing up, because like I said, this is not for you if you got to go get bread, versus the ones that got bread, they're going to go pay for this, versus the ones that got to go get bread, you know, they can't afford to pay for this, because they got to, you know, get groceries for, you know, before the kids come home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't think this is going good for WWE, but some people think this is cool. I don't think this is cool, because if you're a working class citizen like me, you will be looking at your bills and you will be looking at your subscriptions, and you're like, okay, well, I can only afford what I can. So then $30 a month is not it when I need that $30 for gas. So I would rather pay $50 for AEW Forbidden Door than pay $30 for a monthly fee just to watch a trash PLE. So that's all right. I'll watch it on YouTube. I'll watch the highlights. It's cool. You know, I don't need to know who won because it's predictable. So, yeah. So it's up to you guys. What do you guys think, man? Do you guys, want to subscribe next year or do you not? Or if you have subscribed, like the polls, are you going to watch it or are you not? I mean, are you going to continue to watch it or you're not? Are you going to support WWE or are you not? Because everyone's saying they're tapping out. So it's up to you. Do you want to tap out or like I said, do you want to tap out or do you not? Do you want to tap out or do you not? Y'all comment down below. Let me know, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And, yeah, man. I am going to go live at 10 p.m. just to talk more about this. But like I said, I don't know, man. I'm out of words at this point. But I'll see what you guys say in the comment box, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. Comment down below how y'all feel about this. And I'll catch y'all later at 10, all right? I'm out.